Consciousness might be the fabric of reality. We've all heard the official story of the universe. It's a vast, dark, empty space, and we're just a biological blip on a tiny rock, a cosmic accident. But what if that story has it all wrong? What if the universe isn't made of things, but of thought? What if reality is woven from awareness itself, and your mind and mine are just different windows looking out at the same single conscious landscape? This isn't just a late-night dorm room question. It's an idea that's forcing its way out of the biggest cracks in our understanding of the world. For centuries, science has been dominated by an idea called materialism, which says that physical stuff, matter, is the foundation of everything. From a rock to a rocket ship, it's all just physical processes. And consciousness? Well, in this view, it's just a neat trick the brain learned to do, an emergent property of zillions of neurons firing. But this has a huge, glaring hole in it, a puzzle so deep it's literally called the hard problem of consciousness. We can map every single neuron in a brain, but we can't explain why it feels like something to be you. Why is there an inner experience of the color red, the taste of coffee, or the feeling of awe? Materialism doesn't have a good answer, and that gaping hole in our most trusted theory has pushed some brilliant minds to flip the whole thing on its head and ask a radical question. What if we've had it backwards? What if consciousness doesn't emerge from matter? What if matter emerges from it? Section 1. The Quantum Riddle and the Observer. The first clues that reality might be a whole lot weirder than it looks didn't come from philosophy, but from physics. At the dawn of the 20th century, quantum mechanics blew our neat and tidy view of the world to pieces. It revealed a universe that, at its tiniest levels, is a fuzzy, chaotic soup of probabilities. One of its most mind-bending discoveries is the observer effect. It's best seen in the famous double-slit experiment. When you shoot particles, like electrons, at a wall with two slits, they act like waves, passing through both slits at once and creating a distinct interference pattern. But, and this is the kicker, the moment you put a detector there to see which slit the particle went through, the whole wave act vanishes. The electron behaves like a tiny, solid marble and picks one path. It's as if the universe refuses to commit until it's measured. Now, to be crystal clear, the mainstream scientific view is that observation just means an interaction with a measuring device. A conscious mind isn't required. But the phenomenon was so bizarre that it led some of the founders of quantum physics, like John Archibald Wheeler, to propose something wild: the participatory universe. He suggested that the universe doesn't fully exist in a definite state until it's observed. In his view, we aren't just bystanders. We're active participants helping to collapse a wave of possibilities into the single reality we experience. It's a speculative idea, but it opens a door to a profound question. If observation shapes reality, then who or what is the ultimate observer? Section 2. A universe that is all mind. This quantum weirdness gives a modern scientific boost to a very old philosophical idea: panpsychism. This is the view that consciousness isn't some exclusive club for humans and maybe a few clever animals. Instead, it's a fundamental feature of the universe, everywhere, all at once. Modern proponents like philosopher Philip Goff suggest that everything, from an electron to a star, has some basic form of inner experience. An electron's consciousness wouldn't be like ours. It's not going to be pondering its existence or feeling angsty, but it would have a tiny flicker of awareness. In this view, Our own rich, complex consciousness is simply built up from these countless, simpler minds, just like our bodies are built up from countless, simpler cells. Cognitive scientist Donald Hoffman pushes this even further with his conscious agent theory. Hoffman argues that we don't see reality as it is. We see a simplified user interface. Think of the little trash can icon on your computer screen. You know it's not a real trash can, but a helpful symbol that lets you interact with the complex code underneath. Hoffman proposes that space, time, and the physical objects we see are our species' unique headset, a tool that conscious agents use to navigate a much deeper reality. In his model, this deeper reality is a vast social network of conscious agents, and what we call the laws of physics are just the rules of their interactions. Section 3. The unified field of physics and consciousness. The search for a single fundamental source isn't just for philosophers. Physics has been on a quest for a theory of everything for 100 years, a single equation that could unite all the forces of nature. Grand ideas like superstring theory suggest that everything, every particle and every force, is just a different vibration of one underlying unified field. And this is where the story takes a truly provocative turn. Physicist Dr. John Hagelin, who worked on these very theories at places like CERN, proposed a highly controversial idea: that this unified field of physics is the same thing as the unified field of consciousness described in ancient Vedic traditions. These traditions claim that deep meditation can allow a person to access a state of pure, unbounded awareness, which is the source of both mind and matter. Hagelin suggests that when someone experiences this transcendental consciousness, they are directly experiencing the universe's fundamental field of intelligence. As potential evidence, proponents of this idea point to something called the Maharishi effect. A number of studies, some in peer-reviewed journals, have reported that large groups meditating together can create a measurable drop in negative social trends, like crime and violence, in the surrounding area. For instance, a 1993 experiment in Washington, D.C. claimed a large meditating group correlated with a significant drop in violent crime. These findings, however, are extremely controversial and are not accepted by mainstream science, which rightly points to major methodological flaws and potential bias in the research. Still, for those who believe in it, the Maharishi effect is a tantalizing hint that collective consciousness can have a real ordering effect on the world.